The definitions of success have to change because it's not how many people you've reached, it's what those people you have reached do. Hits, in terms of just random, how many hits did you get, doesn't matter as much as what's the quality of the hits and are people engaged. Turns out that there are pretty much three goals for social media. Pretty much everybody either wants to get the word out there, they want to sell something, or they want to change or modify their positioning or their relationships. So the USO is in social media. One, Procter & Gamble basically announced last summer in England that it's going to pay for engagement, not eyeballs. Humane Society decided, let's experiment a little bit with Flickr. Kind of an interesting thing. Let's do a cute puppy contest and see whether anybody notices. So they said, donate $1 if you want to vote. $650,000 later, they decided that Flickr was probably a good thing to do. Red Cross basically, now with Haiti and stuff like that, they're $35 million in a week from texting they got. Obviously, that's a great return. Folks like Procter & Gamble, people who buy this stuff and create this marketplace, are expecting performance-based results. Which means that if we're not delivering performance-based results in PR, the money's going to go somewhere else. Is if you're the American Cancer Society, you don't know whether it's more important to spend an hour talking to, or half an hour talking to a reporter from the Wall Street Journal or talking to me. You can't decide that from the number of impressions, because sure, the Wall Street Journal is 1.9 million people. You don't know how many people read my stuff. All you know is that some percentage of people do. It seems to have a whole lot of followers. It seems to have a whole lot of comments, and people are engaged in it. There's no comparison. Return on investment is basically an economic term, and that's all it is. And it shouldn't be confused with return on engagement, return on impression, return on anything else. ROI is an economic term. It is used by accountants, and if you use it some other way, you're going to look silly. It's revenue minus cost. If you're the Humane Society, I got $650,000 in. It cost me $1,000 to put the contest up. The ROI is $649,000, period. That's the way you calculate ROI. The first level is I'm interested enough in a topic to search for it. And, that's what Google Analytics is all about. You can measure the number of unique visitors. Lurkers are really measured by repeat visitors. In other words, they've been back once or twice. Ideally, the ones you want are the ones that come back 3 to 5 times a month and spend 3 to 5 minutes per session on your site. If your goal is to get the word out there, you can't just get the word out there. You need to test to see whether people have actually heard it or believed it or are repeating it. The main reason to measure is not to reward or punish, but to learn from research whether a program should be continued as is, revised or dropped in favor of another approach. Now, never in our history have there been so many options. And that's why, more than ever, you've got to get clear on how you measure this stuff, because you don't know whether you should be spending time with a Wall Street Journal reporter or on somebody's Facebook page. I mean, you need to understand where you're getting the most leverage. And all the old systems don't work. The other piece of this is you have to keep in mind, as many fancy, new, shiny objects and so many wonderful tools out there. My father gave a speech in St. Louis, actually, when he was publisher of Fortune, in 1960, and said, if we can put a man into orbit, why can't we determine with any degree of accuracy the effectiveness of our communications, which pretty much says that we haven't changed much since then. But his point was the reason is simple and perhaps therefore a little old-fashioned. People, human beings with a wide range of choice, unpredictable, cantankerous, capricious, and motivated by innumerable conflicting interests and conflicting desires. Now, he really did say things like that, and then he'd say, go out and play.
Wow, that was a fantastic presentation by Katie Payne. Lots of great information that we can take back to the workplace, and it really shows that you can measure social media. You hear a lot about it, but this shows you can really measure it and really make a big impression in your workplace.
Well, as we take a look at using social media to recruit new drivers and get our word out more and more, it's great to take back some of these analytics and these measurement tools to our team to show them that social media really is the way of the future, and it's something that we need to engage in.
The luncheon with Katie Payne was great. She has a really great way of crystallizing a lot of different thoughts in a simple way so you can take it back to your organization and really start a dialogue around metrics, which is one of the things that I appreciated most about her presentation. It was a great time.
It was a great, great presentation. I highly recommend going to Katie's website and following her on Twitter and reading her blogs. Really eye-opening and very, very relevant to all the trends that are happening in PR today. So if you want to define success for you, for your company, and for your clients, you should definitely listen to Katie. Definitely come to some more of our luncheons and you'll hear some more things.